Joined by FS1 NBA analyst Stephen Jackson. Good morning, Stephen.
Good morning.
You know, we need to get your take on this. We haven't heard from you in a bit. What's wrong with the Lakers?
Well, you see a lot of what's been going on all year. You know, LeBron come here, kind of what KD said, the media frenzy. You know, then you go to, okay, we're trying to get AD, that frenzy. Then you go to the players. Well, I don't know if I'm going to be here frenzy. I don't know if I can trust him frenzy. Is he really trying to trade me? Is he telling me this frenzy? Then you get to the point where, okay, now there's no trade. Now guys are pointing fingers at each other because a few minutes ago you said I wouldn't be here. I don't know if I was going to be here. I want to try to help the team get out of the slump. So it's more of everybody pointing fingers, and it goes to show that everything they've been through this year, it goes to show that the team is in turmoil, and the play is starting to show. You can tell they're not on the same page when LeBron is throwing the ball out and hitting the back. He don't do stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's
frustration.
So it's even starting to take a toll on the best player in the world.
Or just a lack of focus?
No, it's frustration, Phil. It's frustration, Skip, because it's finally starting. It's taking toll on him now. It's been taking toll on the young players. You know, we expect that, but I'm not counting them out. We still talking about LeBron. Those young guys still can play. It's going to be hard to pick up those 4 games, but I still think LeBron can do it.
I think the biggest thing I see is defensively. You can't keep giving up 33 points in the first quarter, giving up 64 points at the half. You give up 64 points at the half, that's 128 for the game. You're going to lose most of those games.
Right.
And that's what they've been doing. They're not good enough to overcome the lapses that they have defensively. Because what LeBron is used to is having shooters. They don't have shooters. They have to play a almost perfect game in order for them to win.
And veterans.
And the thing is, if you look at, they'll play the pick and roll. They'll close it out, or they'll show, or Rondo will fight over the top, and then the next minute, they forget, JaVale backs off, the guy gets a wide open 15-footer. You look at that lineup, and I said this, and I told Skip, I said, Skip, Rondo was knocking down shots. But if he's not knocking down those shots, they're a small team. You're going basically out there with 3 threes, a 2, and a point guard. And they got pounded on the board. Phoenix, pounded them plus 11. Milwaukee, because they got great size, pounded them plus 13. You're not winning like that. Rondo shooting 12 threes.
And both games they had leads, nice side leads. So
Rondo shooting 12 threes.
Yeah, he got to contribute more. The veterans got to contribute more. LeBron can't lead you in points, assists, and rebounds every night. That's why they're not winning.
Every night, Skip. You heard what Stack say? Stack said the man.
Every night.
Every night. So can we get some help? A little help.
This is not the Eastern Conference, LeBron, so I hope he comes to the media one day and say, okay, now I really see that the Western Conference is a different monster. Because if he was in the East, we wouldn't be talking about this. He'll still be at the top. You know, and he's not used to being in a situation where he's losing, and at the end of the season, you know, he talking about the players don't need to be looking at the records and the clock and stuff. Well, he used to looking at it because he looking at to see if he was at the top of the East fighting against Boston the last couple of years. Here, it's a different story in the West.
What did he tell you last year? He said, I don't care if I'm the first seed, second seed, eighth seed, or a mustard seed.
Right.
When LeBron James coming to, he said, if I come to your building, you got problems.
Yeah.
Now, he go to people's building, the Lakers got problems.
Even Phoenix's building?
I just said that, yes.
What's it called? Talking stick? you got problems at Talking Stick?
Talking stick.
Whipping stick. Come on, Skip, that ain't the name of the building. You made that up.
I did not.
Talking
name
Stick
of it?
Resort Arena.
That's it. Talking stick.
Resort
Right.
Arena.
So you lost at the casino. That's a casino.
Yeah, but at the same time, Golden State losing to Orlando, so you can't really pay attention to stuff like that.
So here we go again. Poor LeBron just doesn't have enough help. He doesn't have enough help.
Right, yeah,
Poor
I'm tired of hearing that.
Poor kid.
Get him, Skip.
Here we go. Both of these games are right there for the taking. There have been a dozen previous games right there for the taking. The best player on the planet has to close. He's the best setup man in basketball because he will put you right on the verge of closing the game. Then he needs to close it. The kids are still too much kids to close these games because these are feeling like playoff games. And Kuzma, he's not there yet. And Brandon Ingram will still attack, but then he starts to shrink a little bit at the end because he's not sure, is it really my turn to do this? it's up to LeBron, and you keep talking, he's more Magic than Michael, right?
He is.
But you can be Magic only so long. And then with 3 minutes left in the game, you have to go full-on Michael Jordan. If you're about to pass him on the all-time scoring list, you got to show us you can be him when it matters.
Or even Kobe.
Or even, we can go Kobe. We talked about this earlier. You got to be Kobe.
Tonight.
Well, he
Okay,
could
tonight.
be Magic Johnson Game 6 against Philly, 42, 15, and 7.
All
He
right,
gonna be
but
that Magic.
But that didn't happen very often.
No, but I'm saying if he gonna be that Magic,
Right.
Okay, so let's go back to Friday night. LeBron hit a 3, and I was highly impressed because they just dared him to shoot it with 3:11 left, and he just flat out clean ripped it. And all of a sudden, boom, that arena just erupts, and they're up 2 with 3 minutes left, and Giannis goes down and charges, and it's Lakers ball. You got the ball in your hands with 3 minutes left.
who do he have the charge on? He ain't
did.
playing OD.
Well,
They tell me LeBron ain't playing OD. Who he had the charge on?
Well, he can always just stand flat.
Don't do that. See, there you go,
Come
Skip.
on, come on, Shannon. Come on.
Yeah.
The last 2
He had
games he
been-
played D. The last 2
A little,
games.
I've
Last-
seen
you-
some
you hear
effort.
what you just
some
said?
Yeah,
effort.
last 2. Yeah.
Last 2?
Yeah,
So it took
At
this
the end of the
long.
season.
It took this long, right? It took this long.
He's too admitted.
We
Okay.
missed a third of the season with injury.
He haven't been,
Okay.
he haven't been running down
So
shots
the
either.
ball is in your hands, and again, I could tell you 100 ways LeBron could close against Milwaukee, but he doesn't. The Bucks go on a 15-2 run at Staples, and it is over like that. It just happened like that. And you're like, wait a minute, what just happened?
Defense.
Rondo and LeBron don't connect on a pass, and it's like, what are you guys doing? So they give the ball back, then LeBron gets an offensive foul because the refs don't give him any respect anymore. They're just like, you cry too much. We're not going to give you anything. You're 6'9", 280 pounds. We're giving you nothing. So he gets the offensive foul, and all of a sudden I look up, and the game is virtually over. And LeBron gets an easy layup at the end of the game. And then what did he do? 14 seconds left, he starts walking. And he keeps walking, and he keeps walking, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And by the time the clock is out, he's walking up the tunnel. And the body language is, I ain't associated with that mess out there. I'm not part of that mess. You blame those guys, don't blame me. And then he goes in the locker room. The first thing he says is, everybody talks about Giannis, but it's the supporting cast. They've surrounded Giannis with a great cast.
They did.
Fingers
They
pointed.
have.
Come on now.
Fingers
I know you
pointed.
can't say that.
You can't say
You,
that.
you just can't say it because you've had enough trouble. You wanted to ship out half the locker room for AD, and all of a sudden you're just basically just rubbing their noses in it in the locker room after a close loss to Giannis. And Giannis wasn't great. He's still got a knee issue. They got a good supporting cast, but there are a lot of spare parts.
And
in
you
that
make
a great
supporting cast.
coach, too.
They got a good
And you make LeBron.
That's
you
got a
make-
great
good
coach.
point.
And you make LeBron point for him. With Giannis hurt with 16 points, he didn't close. Brogdon got 2 and not Brogdon. Bledsoe got 2 and 1.
He had 30.
Brogdon knocked down 3 in the corner.
big.
You see the
And that was
difference?
after the turnover on the inbounds by KCP. They just fell all apart.
Hey, what is KCP doing? They got 3 guys around LeBron, and he still try to throw it to him.
But with all that's going on, with all the players not understanding where they roles or if they can take a shot, if they can
Yep.
overstep LeBron, with all that's going on, what is Luke Walton doing to keep the peace in his locker room?
Nothing.
But
They
you know
don't-
why?
they
Because
don't-
they don't respect him.
They
don't.
They
They
don't. Yeah, they been left.
When you got guys like Mike Beasley going at a coach, like when I was on the injury list, I would never say nothing to Pop. If I wouldn't get in the game, I would never have the audacity to say nothing to
Right.
Pop. When you have guys like that going at the coach, there's no respect on the team. No respect for the coach.
And you would go at Pop occasionally.
When I was playing.
I know, I
when
got
when I
it.
came out the game, stuff like that. But if I had no room or if I had nothing to stand on, I played my role. You know, and I would never try to show up Greg Popovich. It's always something that I feel I was right, but at the end of the day, he's the coach.
Right.
They just showing Luke up. Even in the media, they was talking about him.
Wow.
But
That says something.
and the thing is that when they put this team together, I say, hey, this makes no sense.
I agree with that.
I get all that, JaVale is a veteran and Rondo and Lance and all. I say, but these parts don't make any sense for what LeBron is what he's had throughout the course of his career is shooters.
Yep.
And he was talking about, and Skip, when you said it, I said, no, you can't say that. But he says, this is what I'm used to. What Giannis has, all these snipers around him. When he was in Miami, he had Mike Miller and Ray Allen and Chalmers and
Yep.
all these guys and James Jones
Yep.
that can knock down shots. And when I went back to Cleveland with Kevin Love and Shannon Fry and
Yep.
JR, Kyle Korver, guys that can knock down shots,
No, I
this
agree.
is what I'm used to.
Okay.
Can't say that.
Can't say that.
So they cut it to 3 at Phoenix, and I keep looking up play after play after play, and DeAndre Ayton is guarding LeBron James. Help me out here. This is a 7-foot rookie
Right.
guarding LeBron at the top of the circle every time because he's playing Magic Johnson. And I'm like, LeBron, just put him on a string, man. Either shoot step backs on him or just blow right by him because
Right.
he can't stop you going to the basket. His
Right.
feet aren't quick enough. He didn't attack him until a minute was left in the game, and he attacked and finally got fouled, and he goes right to the free throw line to cut it to 3, and he bricks both free throws. Well, okay, that's
Stop
that guy.
looking at me.
That's that guy.
He's mentally struggling at the free throw line, and now I done tried everything.
How long, though?
Huh?
How many years he's going to
It's for
struggle?
years.
Well, I mean, what the hell?
And Shannon.
What did Kobe shoot for a career?
We-
80s.
Yeah.
What did Jordan shoot for a career?
High 80s.
What
did
did they shoot from the field?
Over 40%?
What is that? We shoot
Shannon,
finish.
they're called free
Okay, so-
throws.
okay, but that's called free throws.
I know it.
Free.
But hold on. You shooting 80%, that's not 90, that's not Steph Curry, that's not KD, so they missed some, right?
They missed some.
You remember Kobe Bryant missed those free throws at the end of the game and lost the game?
Yeah,
The playoff.
he did,
Okay,
he did.
I'm just saying, LeBron James is struggling. Skip, there's no excuse. I
He's
offer
human.
none.
But every night he's got a new routine. I'm like, just get something and stick with
But here's the
it.
thing.
Come on.
But that lets you know this.
Yeah,
Skip.
I know he's got
trying some-
demons,
right,
man.
He's trying
Got
some of
demons.
everything.
Trying.
Because he done went from, doing this twice to doing this once to not doing it to
How
just
about,
spin it.
how about just go out there and
not
have
think about
have a killer mentality? Try to have the Mamba mentality one night and see what happens.
Mamba.
That's
Oh,
what
he
we
gonna go
wanna
for
see
40
tonight.
No, if he had the Mamba mentality, he'll average 40.
No.
Yes, he would.
No.
And
Steven.
James can do it.